Dr. Jorgensen, my first question is if you can very shortly to point three major failures of MAK's report.
Yes, the biggest failure that I have investigated is the disability of the MAK report to explain how the plane could roll this amount it's rolling, and from this you can question the main conclusion by the MAK report that this birch tree was the cause of the wing to be lost. And by questioning this birch tree, then a new question arises. What did cause the plane to lose its wing, big portion of the wing? So this is question number one.
Yes.
What caused the plane to lose, in 30 meters height, its wing?
Yeah.
This is unanswered. This is a big disgrace. There are also ground traces have not been analyzed by the official side. This I find as a second big question. Why do we not utilize this very important data? And third, which is probably also just as important as the first question, why are there no good explanation to the FMS computer losing its power 70 meters prior to the plane crashes in 15-meter barrier-corrected height? So this is these are very fundamental questions. You can also ask the tail history. There's indication that the rudders by the black box, they see some misbehavior at the point where additional wing loss occurs. To me, you see in the vertical acceleration sensor in the black box data, you can see that there have been two distinct losses of lift. First was claimed to be by the birch tree, but 47 meters further you see actually even larger loss, and this is not explained by the official report. And at this point you see also misalignment, misbehavior of the left and right rudder side, indicating that parts flew from this wing, from the additional wing loss, and hit the tail. And further, the tail was lost also 70 to 100 meters prior to crash site, the left tail. This is unexplained.
Yes.
How could this happen? And why was this moved by the Russians between the 11th and the 12th? So there are very many questions that are unanswered, and this is just a few of them. I could list you a whole page of these questions.
Sure. You mentioned about the increasing interest in Denmark about Smolensk tragedy. Could you give examples?
Yes, we had a radio program here lately, and before this there was a whole page article in the very serious national broadcasted or distributed paper for all engineers in Denmark. This is a paper that is usually quoted by all other papers, and in this we had a whole page article describing the Smolensk issue and some of the questions that I just mentioned to you here. And after this I was invited for a 2-hour program. This only me in the studio with this radio person, and we talked only about the Smolensk issue. And during this program, the technician came in when we had a news break in the middle, and he said that a number of listeners had exceeded what they were able to measure, so we hit the radio station's maximum, and they don't know how large this record was broken. And after this, I have received a tremendous amount of people telling that they were very interested and they were shocked to listen how Putin has been acting and what the overall conclusion of this can be, and how poor democracy is really in Poland. This is a big shock to people in Denmark, and I'm invited for a follow-up on the next 2-hour program, which will be very soon.
How have you started the cooperation with our groups of independent researchers in Poland?
Yes, it's important for me to say that I have no, when I started this, I had no relationship to Poland. All my work I have financed myself. I have probably spent by this, I normally get paid by the hour by my customers, and I have been able to do all the work I could for my customer, and he has been screaming for me to do more work. I have found this a very important issue to work with, of the reasons I mentioned here, for not only for Poland but for Europe and the free world. So I've invested in this more than 500 hours, and I have received no money whatsoever from Messerevich. People have said, it's because he cannot find work or whatever. And this is also, I find, a very interesting issue of Polish democracy, that when you cannot argue and find the right things to explain and go in a debate about the issue, you start attacking the person. You see this lately with Binienda, you've seen it earlier with Binienda, and every time the Polish people must ask themselves, why are they attacking the person? Why are they not discussing substance of what he's explaining? So this is, to them, it should be a flag of alarm. Here the official side tries to sidetrack and attack a person. Why are they doing this? So I find this very interesting to follow in Polish democracy, or so-called democracy. I find it difficult to get the same, like Kovalevsko could put his point of view on the homepage of the government, and I was not allowed to comment this. When I had this article in the newspaper sent to Kovalevsko beforehand and asked his opinion so he could get his opinion in this article. He did not reply to this until the article was pressed, but after this he actually admitted that my theory was now correct and my statements were valid. So this is just to show differences between democracy in Denmark and Poland.
Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.